Hello and welcome to some devoted Druid Lunge, or as a lot of people like to call it, All In Druid. This is a donation decklist league. Let us begin. Okay, this hand's fine. It's not perfect. If we draw a land, we can lead with a giver. Otherwise, we lead with a noble, and then we're looking for two pieces. So we have the turn 2 Druid, we have the redundancy. So I'm going to keep this, but I'm really hoping I draw a Finale or a Call or something. Especially without knowing what I'm playing against here, it's hard to just mulligan a Druid hand. Okay, so we face an absolutely terrible matchup from the get-go. And I do have to shock here, which kind of stinks. Good news is I drew the Ballista, so now I just need a Vizier and some land, and I should be all set here. I assume this Hierarch's going to die. Opponent's probably just chock full of lava darts. Or burst lightnings, I guess that works too. Man, mono red right off the bat, huh? It's a good thing I have my sideboard a little bit more equipped to deal with this matchup. And you got the Spellskite, Knight of Autumn, Auriok Champion, Core Firewalker. Just lots of good cards to deal with this specific matchup. So what I can do here is my opponent's already put me down to 11. I can drop the Druid, hope I get the Vizier or some way to cast her, or I can play a somewhat slower, safer route and drop the Giver first. The bad news about Lunge is it does cost a life to use because I have no black sources of other than one bird. I really can't cast the Phyrexian mana cost there. So if Druid does die, it will set me back a little bit. 2 cards left in hand for my opponent. No blocks. I need mana. Lava Spike and a Mountain. Opponent with 1 card left in hand. I assume they're going to save the Lava Spike for next turn so they can get that Prowess trigger as well. Keep Noble back as a blocker. I'm going to try to kill my opponent in 1 hit, so getting a chip damage in doesn't really do much. Tells me I feel like my opponent's got a land in their hand. 3 cards in their hand. I think 1's a land. Okay. If they have the bolt, they have to use it now. Okay, so they do not have a bolt in their hand. I was okay with doing that because I do have that lunge. Well, I still have a very mana-hungry situation I need here. I need to draw like a finale, like right now. Call isn't good enough, because I don't have this extra white mana. And I feel like I still had to block there. I didn't want to die to a lightning bolt. What can I do here? I can make a 2/2 Ballista, which can kill like a Swift Spear or a Soul Scar Mage. Or I think what I'm going to do is just drop another Druid to get a little bit more mana and pass the turn. Okay, no Bolt. No light up the stage. There's the mountain that I thought was in their hand. Risk factor. Yikes. Okay, lose 4 life or you draw 3 cards. You already played a land for turn. You're going to draw 3 cards, buddy. And I get an extra white source here in case I do draw a call. Also to slightly thin my deck because I need Vizier right now. Come on. Okay. So we've looked 30 cards deep into our deck and haven't seen a 4 of. I guess we just lose. I guess we just lose. We had it too. We had it. Oh man, if Vizier was right there, we had it. Ah. So I guess I can put a -1/-1 counter on Devoted Druid and put a 1/1 Ballista in play. And then just die. Yeah, I have to hope that my opponent's got like 4 lands in their hand. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Man, that turn alone we looked 11 cards deep. And it just wasn't enough. Okay. So this will be 2, 4, 6 coming at me. So if I untap my Druid, I'll be down to 1, which means my opponent will have 3 cards in hand at that point, and as long as any of them is not a haste creature or a spell, I'm not dead. pretty slim pickings there. I need them to have runaway steamkins, lands, light up the stages. But light up the stage is probably still lethal anyway, because they can probably get a lava dart off that. I don't know. Oh. I mean, I guess our win condition for this game is our opponent doesn't play for 4 more minutes. This is rough, though. I mean, I just need to see any spell or haste creature and this game is over. Anything. Opponent's slow rolling. So, let's just start planning our sideboard here. Okay. So, I'll be bringing in Core Firewalker, Auriok Champion, the Paths. Spellskite's interesting to me, but not necessary. Knight of Autumn's also interesting, and Eidolon of Rhetoric is something that I could imagine playing to stop my opponent from double spelling. It's usually their creatures that kill me, but so I don't know if I want to double up with the Paths and Eidolon. Now, things that are coming out, which is the harder part, I think I have to get less reliant on the Druid plan in all actuality. I don't think I'm going to be able to reliably combo against this opponent. Between their lava darts, lightning bolts, burst lightnings, all of them do lethal damage to my Druid. Opponent's doing something here. I think they thought that was waiting on me. Yeah, they thought they were waiting on me. Alright, so black mana. Alright, double red. Yep. Second Metamorphose is lethal, because now this will be 3/3/3. I untap, and that's just lethal there. Alright. Okay, so Knight of Autumn's coming in. Firewalker, Auriok, Path. Let's trim some Viziers. I'm intrigued with Eternal Witness because he can rebuy a Path, but that's the same reason I'm always intrigued with Eternal Witnesses. And I think I'll cut a couple lunges here. Lunge is really good if I'm going to be sticking 100% to combo plan, but I don't think that's what I want to do here. I think I prefer a setup kind of like this. Let them kill my dorks. I'll land a Druid or something and then try to win through that. Land one of these creatures and just win. That's my game plan here. Alternatively, I could just go all in, stick with the lunge, and just try to lunge through my opponent, but we saw that it wasn't perfect last game. So, yeah, this hand's an easy mull. This hand's a lot better. Let's keep this. Unfortunately, it has Vizier in it, but If we can get like a Druid off of that call, if I Once Upon a Time, I think I'll like it more. So if this was Tron, this would be like a perfect hand, because we can Once Upon a Time for Druid, or hopefully, last game 2 Once Upon a Times didn't hit as a Vizier, but 2 Once Upon a Times and a Horizon Canopy. Otherwise, we had that game. Okay, I'm gonna lead with a Noble. So I think I'm just gonna grab the Knight of Autumn here. Knight of Autumn is an okay sideboard card here. Not game winning, not back breaking. Knight of Autumn is much better against Burn than in this matchup. For one, because they run Lava Dart. For two, because their creatures are a lot bigger. Knight of Autumn is great because it gains 4 life, which basically like counters a spell. And alright, this is perfect. So it effectively counters a spell like a lightning bolt to the face or a lava spike, and then it trades with the Goblin Guide. So against Burn, Knight of Autumn is great. Here it doesn't trade, it doesn't even trade the full spell. So unless they run Stomp, I think I'm okay here because I get to grab. You good here? Okay, I'll go to 17. Now I have to choose between Auriok Champion and Core Firewalker. I think Core Firewalker is just slightly stronger here, so I'll grab that. I think I also want to play the Giver just to start putting an extra threat into play. Opponent with 3 cards in their hand. Now that Lava Dart, if it goes face, is just for prowess triggers, since the Core Firewalker will trigger and gain me that life back. Alright. Well, good old Stomp, huh? We're getting stomped this match. Oh, they're stomping the wrong creature. Oh, sorry. What they should have done is should have attacked first. I was thinking just my opponent having stomped. They just misplayed. What they should have done is let do this and then stomp, and then they would have. What am I kidding? I just punted there. I was talking about it and I still did it anyway. They had the bolt. I was playing around the lava dart. They had the bolt anyway. If I draw a land, I can go down to 10 plus what the damage they have here. Drop a Shalai, and then probably die to that Bone Crusher giant. Can't believe I did that. I was like talking about it as it happened. And that's game. Alright. Let's do the next one right.